Dieting can be difficult for many reasons. Too many food choices, cravings, that nasty empty stomach hunger, and I get it, I've been there myself. But here are 5 simple tips I religiously followed that helped me go from this to this. Number 1, simplify your meals. Dieting becomes much more simple once you make a couple of healthy recipes and just eat them throughout the week. I typically have the same meal in slight variations the whole week, and this has been a very positive force in my diet. Find 3 to 5 meals that you really like, make sure they're nutritious, make sure they hit all your micro and macronutrients, and then just eat that. It'll take away all the decision fatigue. You'll have more mental energy for actually sticking to your diet, and you won't have to think about what to eat this day or that day. So for me, my main meals would consist of eggs, cottage cheese, and then as my biggest meal, I typically have rice with either beef or chicken and some vegetables. It's really that simple, and I just eat that the entire week. Maybe after a few months, I change something here and there. After a year, I might eat something completely different, but for the most part, just simplify your meals, eat 3 to 5 of the same meals every day, and you should be golden. Number 2, meal prep. If you prepare your meals in advance, this is another fantastic way to eliminate decision fatigue. It's been shown time and time again that if you don't have to decide what to eat, there is a much higher chance that you will pick the healthier option. Now you can combine number 1 and number 2 for even better results. Meal prep the same 3 or 5 meals throughout the week, and this highly increases your chances of actually sticking to your diet and losing weight. You don't really want to eat junk food because you don't want to throw out the food that you already meal prepped. It makes it very simple. You prep the day before and you know what you're going to eat for the next couple of days. Number 3, volume eating. If you fill yourself with low calorie foods like vegetables, you're going to crave junk food much less. In my biggest diet, this is exactly what I did. And on every subsequent diet after this, I've done this as well. I primarily love eating carrots. They're high in fiber, very low calories, and they fill your stomach up like crazy. I also enjoy watermelon, other fruits like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, they're all very good. So if you ever crave junk food, just fill up on one of those. And you'll see, not only will the sweet tooth craving go away, but you'll also be full to the point where you don't really want to eat anything else. Number 4, keep junk food out of sight. This is one I follow religiously, whether I'm dieting or bulking. It's just easier to not crave junk food if you don't see it. Or best case scenario, you don't buy it at all. When I lived alone, I never bought junk food. And when I tell you that I went months and months without eating junk, I really do mean it. If you don't buy it, you just don't crave it. It's as simple as that. And lastly, number 5, don't have cheat meals. It's easier to avoid something completely than to use in moderation. Think of any type of bad habit. Think of any type of drug. Think of anything that releases dopamine, especially food. It's easier to just completely cut out junk food than to eat it in moderation. Because as soon as you have one, you get a spike of dopamine, which motivates you to get another one. And this goes on and on up until you stuff yourself full of junk food and completely gorge yourself. And now look, I do slip up sometimes here and there, but for that reason, I've never really had cheat meals because I know that I'm susceptible to have it lead to cheat days and cheat weeks. If you're ready to take the first step, press the first link in the description and join our free Skool group. Here you will meet like-minded people and get more direct help from me and our community. If I gave you anything of value within this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.